everybody, this is Kat and Sid. Today we want to talk about tipping in restaurants here in the US. Now I'm sure a lot of people have already made videos about this topic, but I'm actually working as a part-time waitress here in New York, so I want to give you my perspective on things. I know in China people don't need to tip, and Europe has its own tipping system that's different from the US, but here in the US it's really important that you tip. So, like me, many servers here in the US are also students who are working a part-time job so they can afford to live by themselves while they're going to school. And as a server, most of your income comes from your tips. So if I don't get a tip, I'm basically working for free. So I don't really know if this is the best system, but I don't think it's going to change anytime soon, so it's important to understand it. If you go to a restaurant in the US and you get table service, meaning somebody is bringing your food to your table, you need to tip. Not tipping will usually be taken as an insult to the server. So, how much should you tip? Nowadays, 15% of your bill is basically the minimum you should pay as a tip if you got adequate service. Some places might think that 10% is the minimum, but in a lot of places, if you pay 10% as a tip, people will probably think you're being very cheap. Any less than 10% will be considered an insult. And if you got really good service, you should give them at least 20% as a tip. If you have a party of 6 or more people, it takes a lot more effort to serve you. So some places will include the tip on your bill to make sure that the server gets something. As a server, there's nothing more disappointing than working hard to serve a big table and then you get left with nothing. In my experience, many tourists who come to the restaurant where I work don't really know what to do when I bring in the check. So usually how it works here is if you're ready to pay, just call the server over and ask them for your check. Or if they can see you, you can just go like this. Or sometimes you can go like this. And the server will know what you mean and they'll bring the check to your table. You can put cash or a card down and the server will come get it for you. At most places, you do not need to get up and bring it to them, they'll just come get it. If you paid in cash, they'll bring it back to you with change, or if you pay with a card, they'll bring you back a receipt that you're going to need to sign. If you pay with cash, just figure out how much tip you need to leave and then take the rest from your change. And if your change isn't enough, just get a little bit more from your wallet and put it down. If you pay with a card, the receipt that they bring back to you might look something like this. Here it says suggested gratuity, and gratuity is just a fancy way to say tip. And this is just to give you an idea of how much you should tip, but it does not mean that the restaurant already charged you for it. Just write in your tip on the line that says gratuity and then sign your name. You can still pay with cash if you pay with a card. Just write in cash on the tip line and then sign your name. Either way, just leave the receipt or the cash tip on the table and then you can leave. Don't worry about bringing it to the server because they will just come get it afterwards. For me, I usually get the tip after they leave because it feels kind of rude to take it from them while they're still sitting there. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I know it's a little bit confusing, but it really makes a difference whether or not you tip here in the US. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and follow us. And if you decide to visit the US, welcome to the US! And thank you so much for watching. I said that already. Okay, see you next time. Bye! 再见!